I refuse to give my boyfriend children because he won't marry me. So me and Brandon have been together for 7 years, 7 whole years. We met when I was 24 and he was 26. And pretty early on, we had those big conversations about what we wanted, marriage, kids, buying a house together, all that stuff. We were on the same page, or at least I thought we were. I've always been pretty clear about my stance on kids. I like them. I think I'd be a decent mom, but I'm not one of those people who's gonna be devastated if it doesn't happen. I'm happy with my life right now. I've got my job, my friends, my hobbies. Kids would be cool, but they're not some requirement for me to feel fulfilled. Brandon, though, he's always talked about being a dad like it's his life's purpose. He gets all sappy whenever we're around his nieces and nephews. So last month, he sits me down and says he thinks we're ready to start trying for a baby, and I just stared at him like he'd grown a second head. I told him straight up, back when we'd been dating maybe 8 months, that I would never have kids with someone I'm not married to. Like, never ever. To me, kids are a way bigger commitment than marriage. You're creating a whole human being. If a guy can't even commit to marrying me, why would I go through pregnancy and childbirth and raising his kids? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I reminded him of all this. I wasn't mean about it, just matter of fact. He got all uncomfortable and weird, wouldn't look me in the eye. Then he said he just doesn't want to get married. He went on this whole rant about how men get screwed in divorces, how marriage is just a piece of paper, how it's not important. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna force anyone to marry me. We don't have to get married. But we're also not having kids together or buying a house together. If we're not gonna be married, I don't want our lives tangled up like that financially. We can each buy our own place and live in one, rent out the other, keep everything separate. He completely lost it. Started yelling that I was punishing him, that I was being manipulative, that I was holding kids hostage to force him into marriage. I told him I wasn't punishing anyone. Having kids outside marriage just goes against my personal values. And honestly, even if he changed his mind now, I wouldn't want to marry him anymore. I don't want some shut-up ring he's only giving me because he wants babies. I want someone who actually wants to marry me for me, not as a transaction to get what he wants. I said if kids are that important to him and marriage is that terrible, he needs to leave and find someone else. Someone who'll have his kids without expecting any real commitment. And maybe I'd find someone who wants to marry me, or maybe I wouldn't. Either way, I'm fine. That's when he really broke down. Started crying, which I'd only seen him do maybe twice before. He told me he has this genetic condition that's probably gonna kill him young. Like he might make it to 50 if he's lucky. He said if he doesn't have kids soon, he won't live long enough to see them grow up. And look, that sucks. It really does. I felt awful hearing that. But it also doesn't change anything for me. If anything, it makes me more sure about my decision. If he's not gonna be around, I'd be a single mom with his kids and no legal protection, no marriage certificate, nothing. Just me raising his kids alone after he's gone, with no financial security.